I wear the love them here ask for. Can't take this no more, it's like a natural disaster. I never this the father die for. Tears are run from his eyes, I never this him cry for. Where is the love of our nation? We should not lose it, know what it we are search for. May have to call for Mother Nature.
Hello and welcome to Stargazing, the show that brings you up close and personal with your favorite stars of reggae and dancehall music, Jamaican popular culture and people who've impacted society in a very big way. I'm Shaun Cain. We invite you to subscribe to the Stargazing with Shaun Cain YouTube channel. Just like and share the videos and leave a comment. We welcome our listeners on Rex Radio in the UK. In this edition of the show, we'll speak with reggae artist Simple Rattigan. Let's take a look. Nuh Pretty is a social commentary that underscores the breadth and depth of cultural reggae singer Simple Rattigan's understanding of the harsh realities of life. Born Clifton Rattigan in Mango Valley, St. Mary, Simple Rattigan is an emerging artist who describes himself as having a natural ability to create meaningful and relatable music. Simple Rattigan told the Stargazing with Shaun Cain show that his earlier years were overshadowed by doubts surrounding his survival. He had a health condition that seriously threatened his life. The Journey singer revealed that when he was a baby, the doctors told his mother that he had just a few days. This is because they could not cure him. Simple Rattigan, who now resides in the Cayman Islands, explained that his mother made a vow that she would not lose her son. He said divine intervention brought him through, and his mother's weapons were the Holy Bible and several days of fasting and prayer. The dreadlocked artist says his mother was always singing, which gave him the will to live. It was out of this experience that his love for singing was born. His musical journey started when he penned his very first song at the age of 14. Chalice band member Wayne Armond encouraged him to record the lyrics. The Chalice frontman produced the song that is titled Nuh Pretty. Since then, Simple Rattigan has moved on to release the poignant EPs Journey and Simple Rattigan, along with a number of singles. His career soared to new heights when Italian reggae group Mellow Mood headhunted him for a collaboration. Simple Rattigan remembered that he was at his barbering business establishment when he received a call from the Italians, who were in Jamaica to produce a documentary. The group informed him that they would like to do some recordings with him as part of their project. The St. Mary native gladly accepted. A beat was provided and he freestyled the song Come Now. That was the outcome of the meeting.
Because the city I go bundle, I'll make you see your blood and run down. That's why me got tell you no fi follow me. I tell you no fi come now.
Today, Simple Rattigan sees his music taking him to an international audience in the future, and he feels ready. The singer says his ultimate goal is to prosper in the music business by showcasing his versatility and sharing righteous messages with mankind.
So me tell you no for come now, because the city I go bundle, I'll make you see your blood and run down. That's why me got tell you no fi follow me. I tell you no fi come now.
Welcome back, Simple Rattigan. Wagwanza.
Yeah man. Give thanks for having me on the show, you know.
Yeah man.
It's a pleasant good morning here, you know, because it's morning in this side. I know it's kind of in the evening there, so
right.
Give thanks for everything, you know. Give thanks for the forward, give thanks for the journey, give thanks for the music, give thanks for the listeners and everyone that make it possible, you know.
Right. Well, you know, so like a reggae artist nowadays though, but you know, because you sound appreciative and all them things. But anyway, you say you are. But is Mango Valley, because I realize that that's kind of your stamping ground. Is Mango Valley a place where is the best place in Jamaica for growing mangoes?
Well, actually, there's a lot of mango there.
Really? But I gather that your parents were very much into music as well.
Yeah,
Tell me a
my
little
father.
bit about their involvement. How were they involved in music? What did they do?
Well, actually, my mom is a singer. She can sing. She loves it, but she take it to the church. My sisters are good. My father is a great singer, but he never take it serious. Even when the Grace Chillers was down on him to join the group and stuff, he wasn't that type of man. You know, it was just in his cricket and playing his cricket and play for the hotels and work with the hotel. Yeah, so from there, I was singing once. I was about 8, so and then my mom was at the door, the bathroom. I was listening, so she was like, "What? You can sing, man. You know, your father was a good singer and stuff. So I hope if you like it." So as a 8-year-old, I remember everything she said. If you like it, you go to school, take your education, and put in the work in there if that's what you want. You know what I'm saying? She said,
Did you like it? Did you like it at the time, or you were just being a little boy, just doing something, open your mouth and you just let sounds come out? What was it at the time?
"Yeah, when I realized I could sing, I feel gifted, you know. But I always have it in my head and myself to know that if you have a gift, then you have it for a reason. You know, Father God give that to you for a purpose. It's just you to know, grow up and capitalize on it and utilize it in the right way. And how am I utilizing it now? This is the way I see clear for me to utilize it to educate and elevate the younger generation that coming, even now and who's coming after me. You know, so I dedicate my work and my voice and the song that I've sing to the world, you know, because everyone can listen, but mostly the younger generation to know that it's not only one way to life, you know.
So at what point did you realize or decide that you wanted to take this seriously and you wanted to make a career of this?
When I was 14 stuff, I write my first song. I write my first song at age 14. The song was Nuh Pretty. I have never get that song professionally recorded until late 2009, 2010. Yeah, so I wrote that song at age 14. I get that song recorded and released in 2010. That song was produced by Wayne Armond from the Chalice band, you know. So he was the one who produced that song. So I got introduced to him by a friend called Craig, you know, Craig Simpson. So he introduced me to Wayne Armond and we take it from there. And he was like, "Wow, the song is nice and you have a nice voice. So let's work on this song together." So
what wasn't pretty? Tell me a little bit, indulge me a bit in the song. What wasn't pretty that you were at 14 seeing and you think that, well, you know what, I need to let the world know that I know that this is not pretty? What wasn't pretty?
In those times, I was writing from my life story and how I see things as a youth. You know, one, things wasn't that easy. You know, sometimes you can't go to school. Sometimes no food is there to eat. But at the end of the day, we still give thanks to life and know that once there's life, there's hope and there's options. Yeah, so it's not like we were rich and stuff. So it drives me to say, you know, as a youth, don't give up in our life. So we can't give up. I have to move forward. You understand? So it gives me that, even though you might not have food to eat, I have the music, and every time I sing, my belly felt full.
It's quite interesting to find out how you did it, and that's what I'm keen on, because I don't get the feeling that the youths nowadays they think like you. Because when I made the music, I realized that dancehall music nowadays is like a killing, like a murder manual, or it's like murder music, blood music. Everybody's telling you how to murder this one. Aim for the head. Make sure that you do this. Get this kind of weapon. Pump 2 in. Click that fast. And I mean, how did you think so differently to those? What was going
on? On my journey starting out, I keep my positive mind because God wanted me to stay that way. You understand? God wanted me to stay that way, so He kept me that way. You understand? So there is nothing else I could think of than just know, say, yo, keep strong, push forward, better days are coming. The fact of the matter is that we're glad we never fall sick, you know? Glad we never fall sick on the journey. And for more reason to tell you, I was a youth that I was a kid that born when I born, I wasn't healthy. I wasn't 100% healthy. I was a man that born sick. But I grew up from that, and I see as a youth coming up, even when I was 14, this, that, up to 16, I see my mom with Bible every single day praying and crying over me. It wasn't, trust me, I'm here today. I just give God thanks for that. My life coming up wasn't easy.
So what was wrong with it? What was wrong with you as a young child? What was the problem?
She said I born sick with a sickness, even problem with anything the feces touch, she just burn. You know, so there was a doctor at that time called Mr. Bullock. He uses tobacco and some other stuff to bring me back together. You know?
I tell you what, the way I look at experiences like those is when you are chosen specially for a job, you have to have an experience to be able to do that job. If you don't have that experience, you're not going to appreciate the journey and the task that you've been given. So I feel that now you've been given a major responsibility to sing positive music, uplift people, and show people ways in which they can improve themselves and they can tolerate their circumstances and work from there to build and become better, only because you had that experience. Because if you didn't have that, you wouldn't be able to go that far back. So I like the way you're appreciative now of that journey that you've had, because it prepared you for something big. And now you're on your journey, doing your thing.
Yes, I give God thanks for that too, you know.
Yeah, man, you've got something to write about, man. So, because I realized that your bio made reference to your passion and love for music. And I just thought, when I saw that, I thought, this is different. Because I don't get the feeling that the nowadays artists, they're passionate about music. I think they're all just hustling. And that's why everybody's shooting everybody, because they can see who's got the biggest gun to get the most attention. And that's what I'm getting from it, because they're just hustling. But you sounded like somebody you're teaching, you're on a journey.
Well, thank you for that. And that's what I am on. Music nowadays, I don't think, well, positivity might came across a few of the artists' minds more time. But in music nowadays, they do what they can to make money. Most artists now is just for the money. I mean, like I always say, anything that you are doing in life, do it good, because once you do good work, you don't have to worry about money. So I'm not in this for money, but I'm in it for good work. But when you do good work, you will get paid. You understand? So whatever you do and do it good, you will get your compensation for it. And if it's a blessing from the Almighty, it's the most number one thing that you have to know. So when you get a blessing, it comes with so much. Sometimes you don't even know. You know,
Same here, man. Dude, that's my thinking. And that is why when I do these interviews, I go where I go with these things, you know, because I just want to understand the journey, your journey as a person and as an artist. And once I understand that, I can relate better to you. And I think lots of people out there are like that. But most of the artists, we don't get that. We just get the hype and the bling, and that doesn't really do much for me. I'm interested in people and your journey and the purpose.
Because, you know, what these men need to understand in music or whatever them doing, them doing them chopper song, them doing them this, them doing them that. I know you find a lot of time to do these songs and put these words together. You have a talent. You can put many more words together. You understand? But no, you are a role model, you're an icon, and you have kids. You know, you have kids, your friends have kids, and there's a lot more kids because you have school. So a lot of these school kids and children, they are taking your music and they're playing it and they're sharing it and they're doing it. Then it is not hard because you already have the crowd going your way.
But that's not their bit. Their bit is just to, as we said, the hustle business. So they don't see themselves as teachers. Because remember, I think it was Cartel who said, you know, it's not my job to bring your kids up. Your job to bring your kids up. So he doesn't really care about how he's influencing them. It's your job to go and undo what he's doing. Well, anyway, that's a different, you know, issue. And that's kind of, you know, how he sees it. And, you know, good luck to him with that. But I'm just saying, if they, as you're saying, the artists, they've got the attention already of the public. In other words, they're boss already. So just give the people good music now because they like you and they appreciate you. So just give them good music. So how do you feel then when you listen to all this gun and murder and bloodshed music? How does that make you feel?
To tell you the truth, I am not a fan of those music. You know, what I really like about it still is that the artists themselves now pick up no gun go rob people because they are making the money from what they are doing. But at the end of the day, the listeners are in problem. You understand? Because they are the one who picking up the gun and to do this and to make a man know say, yo, my face bleach out and me have my gun and no boy can't diss me. This is not life. This is...
But the artists are picking up guns though. Because
Yeah.
a few of them are inside now because of that. Some of them got off their cases because probably they had a good lawyer, but it's because they got involved in that and they got caught with that. So they are picking it up. I don't know about robbing people, so I can't argue about that. But they're picking it up. So they're living there. They're singing about their lifestyle.
They're living what they learn. They're living the way they're singing. But I can just tell them one thing today, which is I know that. I mean, this that you're doing, that they are doing, is not gonna last forever, and that's why you see them have to put out song every day. A dancehall or an artist who do a certain type of music, you have to put out song every day. And sometimes when you find one song, you can't find any more because you're not thinking positive. You understand? So they are here as role model to educate and elevate, but trust me, man, you need to turn the minds and fix the mind of the younger generation. You can't make it more worse than it is right now. You understand?
I agree with you, brother, because when I look at it, I think this can't get any worse. Somebody needs to start turning the table. I think they should start singing about dispute resolution now. Because lots of young people don't know how to walk away from a fight, don't know how to diffuse tension, don't know how to, if there's a problem here, how we can talk it out and not fight it out. They don't know that because the music that they are tuned to every day is not teaching that. So I think the artists, they want to turn the tables now, start singing about how to resolve your issues, your differences, and your dispute. That's kind of where I think it is. But tell you what, you're in tune to the Stargazing with Shaun Cain show, and our special guest is Nuh Rattigan. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back in just a moment.
Well, yeah, this is Nuh Pretty. You're watching Stargazing with Shaun Cain.
Yo, a relevant boss I represent for the Stargazing show with your host, Shaun Cain. No, it got already. Shaun, drop your thing now, man. There you go. Watch it pray. Boom.
DJs, dancehall artists, reggae stars, rappers, soca kings and queens, Afrobeat stars and performers of other genres, are you about to drop a brand new single, EP, mixtape or album? Or have you just done it? Let us help you shout it out to a captive audience. These are people who just love music and can't wait to listen and enjoy your masterpiece. The Stargazing with Shaun Cain New Music Preview is the platform on which you can shout about your brand new tunes. What's the title of the record? Who is the artist? What's the backstory? When is the release date? Where is it available? This is the information your fans will need to download your music, add it to their playlists, and get rocking. Available on the Stargazing with Shaun Cain YouTube channel. Email gazingstarworld@gmail.com. Subscribe, like, share, and hit the bell. The Stargazing with Shaun Cain New Music Preview. Come on and get us rocking.
Yes, give thanks, people. You don't know, so this is the wordical poet himself, the lyrical poet, yeah man, wise words, and you're tuned into Gazing with the Stars, Stargazing. Find out more about your local reggae artists. Find out how they became artists. Find out what makes them tick. Find out how they was able to write these kind of hit songs. Stargazing, Gazing with the Stars with Shaun Cain, straight from London, England. You get me, mate? Oh, bloody hell. Did you get that? Gazing with the Stars, wise words.
Alright, come down now. Hey, Shaun Cain. When no say nice finger licking, yeah? Know about the fries and the dipping. Stargazing, know about the fall picking. But a where boy put in a chicken. Hey? A where boy put in a chicken. Shaun Cain, where boy put in a chicken. Hey? Anywhere we see him, I go trick him and find out where him put in a chicken. Yeah, tall boy, you know it's high school, you Sabito. I represent for Shaun Cain, Stargazing now. Where boy put in a chicken. Come down.
2x10 man, move real fast, yeah? This is the boy Master Record, the girls them checker. You're watching the Stargazing show with Shaun Cain. Up and personal. Brrr. 2x10 man, move real fast.
Stargazing with Shaun Cain brings you up close and personal with your favorite stars of reggae and dancehall music and people that have impacted society in a very significant way. We invite you to subscribe to the Stargazing with Shaun Cain YouTube channel, like and share our videos, and leave a comment as we bring you fresh content every week. The Stargazing with Shaun Cain show will inspire, educate, and bring out the best in you. Stargazing with Shaun Cain, up close and personal.
That's why I can't stop touch her now. I fall in love with the touch, you know.
Oh no, Father Knockins boss. Watch out now. You're now in tune to Shaun, Cain and the Stargazing Show.
Welcome back. You're tuned to the Stargazing with Shaun Cain show, and our special guest is the inspirational artist Simple Ratigan. And I'm learning so much more about the man. I've made this music and I'm talking to him now, and I'm learning a little bit more about the man's journey. It's a special journey. He has been selected for a very important job. And he's on the task now because he's singing. But you're in the Cayman Islands, and I'm just wondering how popular is reggae and dancehall music in that region?
Well, reggae and dancehall music is popular here in Cayman Island. You know, it's very popular. So a lot of things. They have a lot of shows here. A lot of dancehall artists are coming here. A lot of reggae artists are coming here. But the reggae artists come on a more classical show. You know what I mean? The dancehall artists, them stop Skank come here because the type of song them that he have done. You know, they stop him, them deny his work permit, and they just approve back Bounty Killer now to come here and stuff. So, but where the show that I'm looking into something, the show that came for reggae artists and culture lovers, rock singers, they keep in the upscale area. The show that keep for the dancehall artists, they keep them in the bad area. And this is what I'm looking into, and I was like, no, I mean, something is wrong. So the man need to correct themselves. But at the end of the day, we're talking about a journey. And if you portray yourself and an image to be on a certain type of journey, that's where you're going to be on. You understand? So I was on the Capella show here in Cayman Island. That is the show with Barry Salmon, Wycliffe Jean, Michael Boatland, Maxi Priest, me, and British girl. I forget her name. You know, and that show was a classical show.
No, but that was, though, you talked about star qualities on that, man. You're talking about the target market being our target audience, being a different kind. So for you,
Yes.
that man, well done, man. Good exposure for you. Good
I
stuff.
appreciate it, man. I appreciate it.
Michael Bolton, that's a multi-Grammy Award winner. So
Yeah.
you had pedigree on that, checking out that show. That's very good. But you mentioned also that when certain artists come, their shows are kept downtown in the kind of inner city area. But that's where their target audience is. Remember, it's all about shutter business now, It's all about killing one, aiming for the head and all of that. So down in them areas, you find those people are very interested in murder music and murder manuals. They want to read all that and know how to do it. But then in the upscale areas, I'm not sure they're so keen on that sort of thing. So they bring Michael Bolton in, Maxi Priest, and a man like you, they stick you on the show as well. So come on, man, it's all good stuff.
Well, it's all good. It's just the right thing, Just
you're moving in the right directions, man. It's all good. Now, I gather that you do a lot of writing as well, and I just want to find out a bit more, like your lyrics. How do you decide on those? Like what you're going to put in this song now, what your message is going to be. What's the inspiration?
Well, I guess, as I always said, when you have a positive mind, there's nothing else that can come across than just positivity. So I will always sit down, and I know the bad can turn into good. I know the good can turn into bad. So there are certain diversity of words and direction that I choose to use, and I choose to put it this way. You understand? So my inspiration in music is just, even when I'm walking on the road and I see something, I can build a story around it, and I can get it out there. So little things inspire me. It don't have to be a big thing. Little things, little kids, I see little children, I see something happen, I hear certain type of crisis, or the government is not going on right with this country, or man is dying here and there, or man is getting locked up for this, or certain type of charges, or even the food where you eat. My inspiration comes from within love and the blessing, you understand? So whatever nature gives to me, I have to just use it.
You see, I tell you that you're on a special journey, man, because what you're talking about, that's different, man, from what most people are doing, because you're into message, you're into building, you're into inspiring people, motivating people, lifting people up so that they can believe more in themselves and they can tolerate their circumstances now with the hope of finding a way out of it. So they can tolerate it now so they can start strategizing to find a way out of it. But most people, they're not into that sort of thing, man. So you are just different, brother. That's all I can say.
I would walk and then I said, I remember back then when there was a little girl called Baby Ananda. They took away that girl in Kingston, Whitehall, right? And that girl hasn't been found up till today. From that day when them took away that girl, I went at a restaurant by Norma's in Kingston, Whitehall to buy lunch. And that was just the whole thing going on. And I was like, so what's the search for this girl? I'm saying to myself, because I just listen. I don't talk much, because sometimes when you talk much, you really end up well. So I listen. And all inside was just saying, yo, where the love gone? Because if love was here, like, them thing wouldn't happen. But the love gone. If a parents do something or whatever it is, you take with the little girl that you're going to do this or that. You can do that in a different way. You understand? So I was just saying that to myself, and it turns out to be a song too. That's a song where it's a normal song, but it's not a normal song. The message in the song is different. I was running a little salon at Oakland in Kingston. And one day there's a guy walk up to me and I say, hey, Baba, say I have to go and buy the youth them some drink on the ends and thing because don't say nothing now go on. So I turn on and I look at him and I walk off because I don't be him talk to some. I could never. So the man come back to me and say, yo, you might talk to you and rare. And I say, you know, yeah, I talk to you. What ask? And so I have to start by the youths and look a drink on the ends and rare. So I say, what do you mean by buying look a drink on the ends? I say, well, you have to try to tax me. Nobody can tax me. I say, no man can never tax me. I don't care where you want to come from or who send you. If I devil send you, I'll try it. The man opened my face, push me out and me get physical because I don't know what the man up to. Anyway, long story short, days pass. I close the business one night about 7. When me look, it's probably about 25 man. Come up the stairs with 5 guns in my face. 5 guns. In my face, them have the 5 guns. And only thing come out of my mouth and say, I'm not going to kill a man for him things. I'm still not going to get it. And the man them say, yo, you're up on the hands and you're going like you're a bad man and and the soldier talk to you. And so I say, oh. Until them they understand. And so from then I pull off the shot, because when I come downstairs, I say, I take out the gun and then I pull off the shot. So start say to myself, so Father God, know what I do. So I say, I've been through things and I could have retaliated. I could have called man, I could have do whatever I want. But guess what? You never see it that way there. You understand? I never see it that way there. The greatest thing I have in my life, I can move on.
So did you think you were going to come out of that with your life?
Honestly, from them come there and approach, I know they wasn't going to do anything. The spirit say, oh, they're not, and just intimidate you.
The spirit? What do you mean?
Yeah, man. The spirit say, them not do nothing.
What spirit?
Man, intimidate you.
What spirit said that to you?
It's just like when something ever happen, trust me, you wouldn't know this kind of you to sit down right here and talk to you. It's just that if I'm supposed to go to a place and I'm not supposed to be there, there are signs tell me I'm not supposed to go to that place. The person himself may change. Some places and nobody will change. And if I'm in a area where things are not good, I have to move.
So how do you know that? What sensations do you get? What do you hear? What do you feel?
That's special. I might have to talk to you about that one another time. But that's something that I always appreciate and I always thank God for that. So I tell people all the time, say, I'm not saying that I cannot get caught up, but no, I'm not going to get caught up so easy.
You're specially gifted and specially protected.
Yep.
That's great, man. Maybe that's why when I made your music, I hear so much righteousness in it.
But when you feel love and appreciate it, literally nobody now going to do nothing. You understand? Because love is kind of different from portraying a certain type of image where you're trying to be a rock. You try to live your life as in mix up and mess around people and you feel untouchable same way because you you're high and dog. You know what I mean? Where you say you're powered, and I don't need that. Anything happen to me, Father, I tell you right now, right here. I pray about it. No matter what, when it comes to the situation, I'm tormenting at the house and spirit at them say, devil at them say, go take up gun and go do this and that. Tears run from my eye, and you know, I find it to be tears.
You had that kind of compulsion. You felt like you felt like you were pushed to go and do things.
Yeah, many times. Many times.
So what brought you to that point? Is it just life, just hardship, or people have done you wrong? What
people have done you wrong? People have done wrong on some things, and I said to myself, "Oh, I'm gonna get to this. I'm gonna reach here." You understand? It's like, Father God, what kind of people they may put me around? It's just something I have to talk about. You say, "Oh, I fear think them way. I'm not them kind of youth."
Have you ever had any answers when you ask those questions?
I was like, if this is a test, I don't need them kind of testing. Because one day, as faithful as me is, me might can't hold it one day. You understand? So I ask you just lead me and take me out of the part of them people here. You know, I have nothing against no one.
Do you feel that he answered you?
Yeah, man says, because at the end of the day, from do not with the type of mind that I have and the type of connection where I could have lift up my phone and call without move from my place. And it's not my life. I not pay no one for kill no one, and I not call no one for kill no one, because at the end of the day, that person might kill you, but it have a haunt me forever. You understand? Because that come from me. I'm the instigator of something with respect. I go worry if the man never shoot you, you tell him anything, or you tell him see me. I go worry about my daughter, I go worry about who I watch me. It's like I'm not comfortable no more in my own skin. You understand? So we don't need those kind of life. It's like when we do things, we don't really look at certain things. We do it out of ignorance. And say we are trying to please yourself and make a boy and you say we are the man. But a Father God is the man, and I'm glad that I am not disconnected from him.
Yeah, it's all the emotion acting without the benefit of intellect. No form of logical thinking. It's just your feelings pushing you to go and take revenge or something like that. But I can see that you are rubbing shoulders, man, with some important people. I see you collabing with Mellow Moods.
Yeah.
How did that come about?
Well, I've got a call. One day I'm in Kingston, and first of all, I got a call from my social media, and I was like, who is this? I pick up the phone and answer, and them say, oh, this is a Mellow Mood, and we try to reach Simple Ratigan, and I said, okay, well, this is Simple Ratigan, how can I help you? And
so did you know who they were?
Yeah, I heard about them, but I wasn't considering them, by calling me or so. They were like, we're coming to Jamaica and we want to do a documentary in Kingston 6, Papi in here, and would I like you to be a part of it? And I was like, I feel good, because, people just jump up and call me like that. That means my work is valued. And, they see where it can work for me in certain type of things. And actually, I was to have a show with this guy for a 6-month tour in Italy, but because of COVID, it was... it never worked out in that way, but everything is for a reason. I don't feel any way about it, because it's a new start right now. We brush off yourself and move forward. So I think certain things have been put in place. So in Italy, I have a nice fan base there. Nice fan base in the German side. So when they called me, I was like, okay, when is the time? And they said, all right, we're going to be in Jamaica, XYZ, and we need to link up. And I said, all right, no problem. I go and make it possible and find the time to link up with you, because anything musical it's me, And so forth, so on, we come together. We went into the popping area, Kingston 6, and they started to play some rhythms and stuff, because it's a documentary, it's just a pop-up thing, it happens anywhere. So they started to play some rhythms and freestyle, and that song there, it was a song that came up right on spot. That song that you see me do with these guys is a song that came up right on spot. When I go there, I didn't know what it was like. So they playing the rhythm, man. I walk over to the guy called Paolo Baldini, which is the producer of Mellow Moods, and I said, you can play about that rhythm and stuff. And he was like, all right, we're going to do a live record and stuff. And I said, all right, no problem. And here comes them start playing the song. So the rhythm and I just start freestyle and all the words just start come. And it turns out to be one of the biggest songs that leave my mouth, you know. It turns out to be one of the biggest songs right now that a lot of traction have me known across the German side, the European side, and have me on the European market, because that song is a very popular song. That song is a very big song.
And your sound is what the Europeans like.
Simple Ratigan represent. Come now, so me tell you no for come now. Because the city I go bundle. And me can see your blood and run down. That's why me got tell you no fi follow me. Me tell you no fi come now. Because the city I go bundle. And me can see your blood and run down. That's why me got tell you no fi follow me. We need some better meditation.
So I'm a part of that.
But I've also noticed that you kind of show your versatility as well, as most artists would say to me when I say, well, why do you have to do them kind of music? I said, why you just have to show that you're versatile and I hear you dropping some bad boy tunes.
Yeah, I just dropped those songs. Actually, them songs is just off of the tip of the tongue. It's not nothing that I made deep, because me doing them songs, it's music and it's all music and stuff, but that is not where I see myself. You know, I don't see myself on that kind of road. I rather to write those songs in a cleaner way to give them to other artists.
Yeah. Because I didn't feel the connection with those ones. I thought, really, what's going on here? But then I get, when I talk to other artists, they always say, well, you have to show that you're versatile, you know. So you dabble a little bit in this and dabble a little bit in that, just to show that you're not a one-trick pony. You know, you can do different things.
Yeah, I actually master every genre of music.
They saw the talent. So what do your parents say about this now that they've listened to your music, they've seen your work? I mean, what have they said to you when you're like in your private family moments with them? So one Sunday afternoon you come down and you sit around together having dinner or whatever, sitting on the veranda, having a little chit chat. I mean, what do they generally say to you about your music?
Yeah, this is like, because my sisters are them thuggish, you know, kind of thuggish. So they will come up to me and were like, yo, brothers, like Wagwan and respect that, and you know you can sing long time. So what you do now really surprise us. Just continue to do the good work and go forward. And Mummy, what's your favorite song again? And she was like, Mothers and Six Kids, you know what I mean? So that song is her favorite song. So she always say, yo, send me this song and I want this song and sing this song and just have a family time. Love, the family is full of love, you know what I'm saying?
That's great stuff, man. It's good. So how do you feel when you hear your mom listening to your music? You just sit there and your mom just listening and probably singing along or whatever. I mean, what does that do for you?
She's a woman that every time she listens to my song, she will call me or she send me a voice note and she's like, son, you have some good, nice, I love your songs. And I sit down and I play them on Sunday. She said, your song, they can't even play in the church. I call everybody and I said, this is my son. And, you know, this is, so it just overwhelmed me to know that she loves what I am doing and actually I'm doing the right thing, you know. And I have her at her age group to listen to my songs, and my songs don't have to be skipped and bleep out from no generation at all, or no, you know. So it gives me a different kind of feelings to know, you know what, just go and capitalize on that and do some more good song for people to listen.
You're in good company at the moment, though, I can tell you that, because with Mellow Moods around, you know, Europe, as you say, you've got a strong fan base in Europe. That's all you need, bro. Just keep working. The Grammys are next, and, you know, Rotterdam, all those big shows will be next. Listen, man, just keep pushing it. What you're looking at, what you're doing is the right thing. Just keep going in that direction. So your music now, where is that available? If people want to check it out, because I know you've got stuff on YouTube, but that's probably the promotional side of things. But in terms of platforms where music can be bought from, tell us a little bit about where they are.
My music are all on each and every platform like iTunes, Spotify, Amazon, Deezer, Pandora, every single music platform you can think of. It just goes right across my Simple Ratigan. So any platform you go on and type in my name, the song is gonna come up. Simple Ratigan, the album is got, the EP is gonna come up. So if you go on Facebook and type in TikTok, Snapchat, whatever, any way you type it in, the song is going to be there. So I am available on all platforms, and I just want to say I appreciate, being on this interview and the people and the listeners, and you have me here to know that good music and good people are still there. It is not what we think it is. It's not dead. I was just on an interview the other day with a radio station in New York, and I was telling them that reggae music cannot dead. Is that every genre of music that comes up right now is from reggae. It's half reggae. And at the end of the day, reggae is gonna come back. But we have to introduce it different. We have to introduce it in a more soulful way.
But it's funny you said that, because the youth them nowadays say, boy, reggae no good again, So
no, that's
the way. Even though we say gentlemen and all them people doing good things with reggae, and all them foreign artists getting Grammys with using reggae. But these people say, boy, it's not good again. So what can I say? Well, Simple Ratigan, I tell you, it's been an inspirational story, man. I really, really love the story. And you've been brought to some places, and it's all because you've got a job to do. So all of those experiences that you had, they were preparing you for what you are doing now. Because see, the inspiration, it comes out naturally. Because when you said you did that freestyling with Mellow Mood, I mean, where did all that come from? All those lyrics, and you were just in time, on key, all of that, and it was just flowing naturally from your zone of creativity. I mean, it's just preparation, man. But before we let you go, though, I always like to ask my guests questions from this book. It's called Reggae Larger Than Life, the ultimate reggae music fun and games book. It's a book I've written, and I've selected 2 questions for you. The book is available currently on Amazon. It's also available in Jamaica at Ashby's Pharmacy, 160 Old Hope Road in Kingston. If you're also into apps, the Android version of the app is available from the Google Play Store. Just type in Reggae Larger Than Life, fun app. You can download it and have some fun, man. The book is also available in Jamaica at the bookshop at the University of the West Indies, the Mona campus. So I've selected 2 questions for you, sir. So, you meant the music, quite deeply. So let's see how you are, sir. All right, so the first question goes something like this. It says, we saw them waiting down by the river, waiting for the good Lord to pass their way. Guess who these faithful reggae artists were? The Wailers, Maytals, Astronauts, and Morgan Heritage.
So it's Morgan Heritage.
Morgan Heritage, sir. The man's on it, man. Man's on it. All right, the last one now for you says, guide me, wings to fly, and nobody knows, where do angels go when they die? All belong to the collection of recordings by which inspirational artist? Options: Jacquio, Ja Vinci, Luciano, and Jam Mason.
It's Ja Vinci, I think.
Ja Vinci, yeah, man. Very inspirational guy, man. Well, thank you very much for that. So the questions were taken from this book, Reggae Larger Than Life, the ultimate reggae music fun and games book, available, as we say, on Amazon. It's also available in Jamaica at Ashby's Pharmacy. 160 Old Hope Road in Kingston, also at the University of the West Indies bookshop at the Mona campus. If you're more into apps, the Android version is available from the Google Play Store. Just type in Reggae Larger Than Life, fun app. It's all yours to download and have lots of fun. Yeah, man, so I tell you, Simple Ratigan, boy, you're not simple at all, brother. I was expecting simplicity, but none of it, brother. You went deep, very profound. You're not a surface guy. You go deep, brother, because your zone is just somewhere else. Good music you're producing, man.
Thanks, man. Thanks much. I'm here to continue my journey,
Yeah, man. And just before we go, if people want to book you and that kind of thing, because they can check you out social media, all of that. If they want to book you, where do they go for that? Is that on social media?
Sky Vice, Sky Vice Record. It's Natalie. So all the information is there on Facebook. You can find her, call Natalie, Sky Vice, Instagram, wherever. Every social media, she's there. She's ready, waiting. You just contact her. Then once you get her, you get Simple Ratigan. So the Sky Vice Records.
Very good, man. All right, I like the sound of that, sir. It sounds all great. Well, that's all we have time for in this edition of the Stargazing with Shaun Cain show. Our special guest was reggae artist Simple Rattigan. Please remember to subscribe to the Stargazing with Shaun Cain YouTube channel, like and share the videos, and leave a comment. Until next time, this is Shaun Cain saying Thanks for watching. See you soon.
Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. Fire me a put bomb Babylon. Simple Ratigan represent. Come now, so me tell you no for come now. Because the city I go burn down. And me can see your blood and run down. That's why me got tell you no fi follow me. Me tell you no fi come now. Because the city I go burn down. And me can see your blood and run down.